Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk about rocking the arts, and we're going to be doing that at Moon Dancer on Saturday, May 13th. And with us right now is the co-founder and sponsor, Don Cotillo. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Diane. I'm excited to talk about it today.
This is great. This is the second year that you are doing this. How did this start? How did you get this idea?
Well, to be honest, I think at one time years ago, back in the 80s, I was watching VH1 Fashion Rocks, and I'm like, I love fashion, I love art and music. Let's combine the two. Even Victoria's Secret does very well when they have their music and their models walking.
Sure.
So I thought if we can combine the two and try to promote the artists at the same time and make it a charity, it's a win-win.
It certainly is. And the charity, the donations go to this year is what?
Well, last year we did Prima Youth Initiative, which was to promote the arts for youth, and we love that. But this year, even with my business, we've been working with a little bit, and I've been learning more about Cancer Treatment Centers of America. They're wonderful. If you have cancer, they do natural as well as the medical, so people feel very confident. All the money from the gate will be going directly to cancer patients, not necessarily to Cancer Treatments of America, because they're for profit.
Okay, so then it would go to the patients.
It goes to the patients.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So this is a great day. It's going to be at a beautiful location. Moon Dancer Winery is in Wrightsville, right up on top of the hill overlooking the Susquehanna.
It's
and
just
it's good.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've been to many events there, and Jim, the owner, is very gracious, and he said, look, let's do that. He'll do well with the wine and the food, and everything from the door can go to the charity, and hopefully we get good weather.
Exactly.
Last year it rained, but it's a rain or shine event.
Okay.
Either way.
So it's doors or the gates open at 3, is that right?
Yes, the gates open at 3, and when people pull up, they'll just get their little bracelet right there and come on in, and then the festival starts, and it'll be varying schedule all day, and I think we're going to show the schedule later.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we're going to find when we come there.
Well, actually what it is about 25 or so artists under a huge tent. It's actually the tent Jim uses for weddings. So there'll be anything from sculptures to painters to wood burners, which we're going to get on later today, even some artists that do smaller things that can be picked up easy. Sometimes people can't go to an event and pick up a $500 piece of art, but they might pick up a bracelet or a glass. So a variety of artists. Then there'll be music all day long, and we'll talk about the music. And then this year we added in stage shows, so we'll get into those a little bit. So at specific times there'll be stage shows, even some live demonstrations and things like that.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. So it's kind of very interactive, and you can kind of meander, right?
Yes, you can have your glass of wine, relax, walk over, see the artist, listen to the music, and then specific times, like I said, we'll have the demonstrations at the shows and we'll announce them. I'll be emceeing for the day.
Oh, excellent.
Which I love.
And then we can actually purchase some of the art too, is that right?
Yes, the artist, we don't charge the whole goal is to promote the artist. So we don't charge the artist anything to be in the event, and the goal is for them to make contact. Some people actually chat last year got some commissions. People saw his work and said, can you do a horse for me, or can you do my puppy dog? So basically that's what it is to get connections and also to sell a little bit, and just they had a good time interacting with each other and making some networking connections as well.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that you were talking about before we started was how self-expression deserves a stage.
I know, I thought of that late at night and it sounded really cool. I said, I hope it sounds as cool the next day.
It does.
But basically what I'm saying is artists, they put their heart and soul out there. They work hard, whether you're an artist, a singer, or whether you're doing the visual arts, tattoo artist, whatever, hair, makeup stylist. And it's like, we want to promote that. It deserves a stage. It deserves people to be able to see what is in your heart and soul, and that's what I think it's all about. So that's where the stage shows and promoting the artist all ties together.
Yeah, it sure does. What's your goal with this? I think each year, I mean, it grows and expands, doesn't it?
It's like last year, it did rain part of the day, so I think that was not the best, and we also had it after Memorial Day. This year, we're hoping to capture all those people that normally go to the beach. So the goal this year would be maybe about 400 people. Then next year, like other events, Roots and Blues has grown, the White event in Lancaster has grown, it just exponentially grows. So if we can hit maybe 400 this year, have it grow each year, hopefully we don't outgrow Moon Dancer because it's a beautiful venue, but that's the thing, grow, promote more artists, and make it like a really big deal for Lancaster. Maybe artists will then come and audition, and we can promote new artists every year.
How do you find these artists, or how do they find you?
Well, actually, Chad, one of our co-founding artists, he actually reaches out to different artists. We email them. People from last year, several of them, of course, going to do it. The first year was a little tougher. This year, it's been easier to get the artists. And basically, the musicians, Debbie, who helps with that, she basically reaches out. She's a singer herself, so reaches out to the people in the musician world. Love Haters, which we had last year, we did love them. They grew a big drawing, and then we had Mama Tribe. This year we're having Wild Llama. So we're just trying to, we might have one band that stays all the time, like I said, Love Haters, so danceable, and then add some different artists, like Angela Michelle is going to be kicking us off, and I think we're going to see a clip from her a little bit later.
Yeah, and there are a lot of sponsors. We're going to put a list up on the screen.
Yes.
That really help support this event. It makes a big difference.
It really
doesn't
did. To buy anything from buying the bracelets to making the signs to paying a couple of some of the performers, we do pay a little bit. So that helps with that. And then again, everything from the gate will go right to the cancer patients.
Yeah, and if we go to the Moondancer Winery website, we're going to find out more information about
Yes,
this
there should
too.
be
Is that
very
right?
soon be posting up a schedule and have a little bit of a story on the artists and things like that, and have the definite times and all that.
Yeah. What do you enjoy the most? I know there's a lot going on, and
I
that's a
think
hard question, but
Well, like I could talk too long on that, but I think it's the whole creative process of it. I love art. I'm not a singer. I'm more of a dancer, so I like to dance. So
Okay.
I'll be dancing late at night on that at the end when all my stress is done. But I think it's the whole creative and just meeting the artists and just seeing I was walking around that tent just dying to buy everything. So I think it's more that and just relaxing with people and seeing them laugh and have a good time. It is a little bit more of an adult event. There's some teens
Yes.
there and things like that, but not necessarily for little kids. But just seeing people laugh and have a good time and just
absolutely.
enjoying the art.
We're going to look at a cut with Angela. Tell us just briefly who she is.
Angela Michelle, actually she was referred to me by love haters, and she is just a wonderful singer. She's been in the arts for years. She has an operatic voice and does very high level professional stuff, but she's going to make it a little more rocky for us for the event.
Okay, so having her is really, it's great to have her as a part
Yes,
of this,
it's a
isn't
privilege. She'll be kicking us off. She'll be maybe a little bit more mellow, maybe not as danceable, but just she's going to jazz it up a little bit for us.
Yeah.
And because she's done some very high level things in in opera and things like that. And then the other bands will be a little more danceable.
All
and fun.
right. We're going to find out more about this fantastic
Yes.
piece in
Chad
our
Osborne and
next
his wood burning.
segment.
Yes.
Yes, we certainly are. Right now, let's check out Angela. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about rocking the arts at Moondancer Winery. It's coming up on Saturday, May 13th, and joining Dawn and myself is now wood-burning artist Chad Osborne. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, nice to be here. Thanks, Megan.
You're one of the founding artists as well.
Yes.
And this is a great event, isn't it?
Love it.
Now, some of us are going, what is a wood-burning artist? Tell us.
Well, I started using a Walnut Hollow Farm wood burning set when I was back in high school, and I just started burning wood. And as time went on, I just started figuring out different ways to make things look better.
And this shot, this is actually one of your very first pieces,
That was the very first
right?
one I did. Yeah, when I was 15 years old. Yeah.
So what is this on?
Piece of plywood.
Just a piece of plywood.
Yeah.
Wow, how do you even go about doing this?
Well, this is kind of hard. I mean, this was just a piece I cut out, but I started using cabinet doors and frames and stuff like that.
Oh,
so that's
wow.
what these are.
This is just magnificent. What's going on in here? Tell us a little bit more about this piece.
Well, actually, this one is called Firelight, and it's a girl who is, it's the heat from a fire out in the forest. And you can kind of see the trees, and the heat's bringing her hair up. And then, actually, I'm still working on this. This is still kind of wet here.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so it's going to be reflective of a light coming up between the hair. So this is going to be darker here, and then this is going to show the reflection of the fire.
What do you want us to feel or to get from your art?
Every piece is different. Sometimes, people look at a certain piece and they feel something that, is strikes them as something they can relate to or whatever. So, want them to see that, it does take time to do.
Yeah, and when you look closely at this, I mean, I'm looking at her eyelashes. I'm looking at the detail on this. And when you first brought this in, I was like, wow, because of the way the lighting is on this. This is just beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It really is beautiful. You have some other pieces that we're going to show as well. Let's talk a little bit more. There's one that you have with two women Tell me about that particular piece.
Actually, I started out and I was just experimenting on how to do different ways of hair. I brought some pieces in to show you the different hair that I do. And this is more of a carved hair, and first I started, it was going to be a woman looking down and seeing a reflection, but then it just started kind of coming together. Sometimes I don't know how they're going to end up.
Yes.
But then it started looking like my sister. So it's actually called Charlotte, the name of my sister.
Okay. Okay.
No, it has some wrinkles on it, but you know, that just
And you
happened
do
that way.
commission work too.
Oh,
He did
okay.
a commission. I'm obsessed with horses. He did a
did
beautiful
he?
black Frisian horse with every muscle, and then we backlit it in purple, and I have it hanging up gorgeous. So his commission work is
But
great
we
too.
couldn't bring that one.
Oh.
Because
Okay,
a little
yeah,
big,
that
but
was a
I'm
little bit
saying
big.
he will do that, and the detail is tremendous.
Yeah, well, you have another bigger one along that really has some great hair going on. Tell me about that one too.
Well, that one was a commission piece from Deb, a friend of mine, and she wanted something for her salon, so I thought, okay, let's just go crazy with the hair.
Right.
Actually, that's what she wanted.
Oh, that's
so,
very cool.
Yeah, so that took me a while.
Well, there's a famous actor that you've done as well too.
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
So what inspired you for that piece?
He has a unique look. People know Christopher Walken, and I wanted people to see that I have the ability to bring out every crease, every mole, you know, to really make people look who they are. So I
Yeah.
wanted just people to see the detail of
So how long does it take to do these pieces? I mean, I'm sure it varies, but
anywhere between 5 evenings or 5 months.
oh wow.
So the biggest one, it took me a little over half a year to do.
How big is that one?
270 pounds with lighting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you going to have along that we can maybe see or purchase at this event?
I'll probably have I'll probably have this one once it's done. You can see how it's all going to be all finished. But I'll see if I can bring a couple more in.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of these. Yeah.
Yeah. So what can the community do to actually help support artists? This is one of the things, and I'm so glad you're doing this, Dawn. Are there other things that the community can do to help support artists?
Well, I think the community is actually growing when it comes to art. You know, that you have First Friday, Second Friday, and then now York is getting involved and everything. So I think the community or the society is really seeing the value of having art in their areas, and it's bringing more people in, more business and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
that's good.
I think they're doing pretty good.
Does the term starving artist actually apply?
Yes,
Okay.
most certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It all depends on what you choose. Some artists, you know, they get very good at what they do. Like oil painting, they can take a bigger brush, or they can put 2 or 3 canvases out. That's the starving artist, where they go, I can't speed things up, and the bigger a piece gets, I can't burn it faster. It's still very detailed. So, so it takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, it does take time. We are going to experience so many different types of art, and there's going to be tattoos as well as art.
Kingdom Ink Tattoo is going to be coming, and they're going to do some live demonstrations, but they're one of our stage shows. So there's going to be moving art, and they're going to come walk during songs. The theme is freedom, such as freedom of expression.
Absolutely, that's wonderful. And one of the other performing artists is a rapper. Tell us about
Yes,
this one.
Ian Fisher, known as Taras. This
Okay.
kid is young, intense. I've seen him perform in Philadelphia. He's excellent. He writes all his own stuff, and he keeps it very clean for rap. So parents can let their kids, and he's 14-year-old. He performed last year, and he's going to do 2 performances this year.
Oh, that's excellent. Once again, we're going to put the Moondancer Winery site up
Correct.
on our screen, because that's where we can find out more information about this. And for those just joining us, it is Saturday. It is May 13th at Moondancer Winery, 3 o'clock to about 10 o'clock.
Till 10, but then we dance till 11.
Yeah,
So
of course,
The
of
noise
course.
ordinance will stop us at 11, but yes.
It's $25 a person, is that correct?
Correct.
And the money goes to?
Cancer Treatment Centers of America, to
So-
the patients, to the cancer patients.
For the patients. This is a good time for a really good cause and celebrating the arts, and you can purchase that as well. So let's take a break and check out the rapper. Here he is.
Doesn't matter to cheat. I'm like this when the people love it, hip and sweet. I was sitting on the weed, losing my care, confess lost, gotta leave. Come on, dog, take a peek. Friends gonna tell me I don't cheat. True, never see God. Ain't got a weak guy, just me. You really gotta speak. You can tell it's gotta me. You know him, but you don't love him, then you need lobotomy. This same way it's heavy on top of me. God got the key. He ain't never gonna let him in his sin. Patience, swearing thin, it's inexplicable. But I know they say it's despicable. God indivisible. You just gotta open your eyes. If you ain't in God, you in the lie, living the lie, get too high. When I find out here, tell God take me for the sky.
Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We are rocking the arts. It's going to happen Saturday, May 13th at Moondancer Winery. Joining Dawn and myself now is also co-founder Deb Cohen. You are a hair and makeup artist. You also have Sheer Perfections Salon and Spa, and that's in Mount Joy, right?
Yes, in Mount Joy.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I love this. This is wonderful.
And this is going to be a lot of fun with what you're bringing to this event. With hair, with tattoos, tell us more about what you're going to be doing.
Well, as you know, we're supporting the artists, and you know, makeup is such an art form as well as hair. Bohemian theme is kind of going to be what we're doing. We have another salon also joining, Blue Salon, which is out of the Universal.
Right on
the
Oregon
club
Pike there.
on Oregon
Okay,
Pike.
okay.
My old stomping grounds where I used to
Yeah.
work.
All right.
So we're excited. They just opened a new spa there.
Oh, that's
so we're
great.
excited.
That's
So
great.
Rebecca from Universal is helping out. She's bringing some staff there, and she's going to be working with some of the runway models with the hair. My spa out of Mount Joy is going to be providing some hair designers and makeup artists to kind of give the people that come to this event a lot of fun and feel like they're kind of tied in with everything. We're going to be doing some bohemian braids. I brought Matilda.
yeah.
This
This
is
is good.
Matilda from the spa. Just to kind of show the idea of the soft braiding and things
that's
that we're going to be
beautiful.
doing for people. And we thought maybe we would just charge a small amount, and then all of those proceeds could help to go towards the cancer.
Oh, that's excellent.
For the
And this would
families.
mimic the girls in the show. Also, the girls in the stage show that'll be about 5 o'clock. The
Okay,
models all have
so
their
that's
hair
one
done
of
like
the
that.
other
have
shows
theirs
that you're
done.
doing
Yeah.
too. Okay.
And what we're kind of going to do is all the people that are sitting around just enjoying wine and music and all of the arts, you know, they might want to have a little braid done on the side or have
Sure.
some makeup done. We're also doing some airbrush tattooing, just so they can kind of have a little tie-in with that trendy factor, you know,
Okay.
with the tattoo artists that are doing the runway shows as well. Things like this. This is the Phoenix bird, and I had
beautiful.
found that, and represents regeneration and rebirth and life, which I think is so fitting with the whole, you know, cancer benefit.
So when you do the tattoos, they are obviously not permanent. How long do they last?
you'll be able to wash them off that evening. It's
Okay.
just kind of fun for the day, help people just feel like they're kind of trendy and fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. There are other stage shows too, right, Dawn?
Yes, that's
What-
one that besides Salon Blue, for the hair Bohemian Hair Makeup Show, we're going to have Kingdom Ink Tattoo. They're out of Lidditz, great owners. I love their philosophy. They'll be coming, and they brought 10 models. Well, they're not models, they're just people with tattoos
Okay.
that are tattooed up, and they're going to be walking. That's part of our live art. And then the owner will also be doing some actual real tattooing demonstration. If you're scared to get a tattoo, you want to know what it's like, he'll be demonstrating that in the tent certain times during the day as well.
I really like that. And you've said before there's also food there that's going to be supplied.
Yes, brick oven pizza. Jim's got great brick oven pizza at Moondancer. There's
that
the
is so good.
great wine, the ale. I believe he has full spirits now up there, so people can have their different types of drink if you're not a wine drinker. We're also going to have a kettle corn up there that has like 150 flavors. I don't think she's going to bring 150.
gosh.
I think I had her pumpkin pie flavor. It's delicious. So it'll just be light popcorn pizza, that type of thing.
That sounds wonderful. This is a great opportunity for you to join with Dawn for this, isn't it,
It
Deb?
is. I feel really privileged to be part of it. Not only, you know, for the fun of having the salon there, but I kind of feel that it's important that we do reach out and help people that are going through tough times. I think we all share this planet, and, you know, we should be there for one another. So it's how great, like you said, just to be able to mix having fun with your friends, watching some art, purchasing some art possibly, and also helping it, you know, benefit these families. It's pretty.
I
much a
think what we were
privilege.
talking about a little bit earlier before we got on camera was this is a soulful event, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is. It's
Very much
bringing
so.
people together with all different types of art. And if people are just joining us, once again, the types of art we're going to see are what,
We're going
Dawn?
to see like the visual arts. We're going to have sculptures, painters, as well as the musical arts, and then performers like a fire performer that's going to be coming up as well as a new rapper. So it's such a variety. It's awesome.
everything.
And then the hair and makeup. And Deb is a singer, and she's been a delightful help with helping with the set list of the bands. I mean, that's one of her main things. Besides doing hair and makeup, she's a singer. So she performs at Moondancer as well. So.
Oh, that's excellent.
It's been enjoyable to get to know some of the bands and what they're doing. Maybe one of these years I'll actually sing there.
Yeah, as well. So.
There you go. There you go. So the money too, the artists are going to be selling pieces that they have, right?
They can keep the money. That's again promoting the art. We don't charge the artists anything like some of these other shows, and they get to keep the money. And some of them, like I said, last year got commissions out of it. And it's more about getting exposure. Some of the artists that sold smaller things like jewelry and glasses, they sold some pieces too. But it's more about networking and getting the exposure and hopefully getting some commissions and things like that.
And we see this each year growing and growing, don't you?
Yes, we're hoping. It went from 260 something last year. We're hoping for 400 or
Okay.
maybe 500 and to exponentially grow each year.
And if somebody's interested in being a part of it this year when they attend, just grab you, right?
Let us
We'll
know.
get their name.
Yeah,
For
we
sure.
want. Yeah, we
Right,
want.
definitely come up and say something to you. We're going to put Moon Dancer Winery, the website, up on the screen so you can find a little bit more about this and check this later. You have something that's going on later at night. Oh,
Yes, when it gets dark. 'Cause
Yes,
that's when all
when
the
it gets
dancing
dark.
and the glow sticks come out and the glow balls
Fire
come out.
dancing.
Lydia Lux, I found her on Gig Salad. She's an excellent performer from Maryland, and she'll be doing some things with glow hula hoop and then with fire dancing, and she's excellent. The music's really trendy and good, so we're excited. So she'll be doing 2 different shows and dancing with the band as well. We have a long runway that was built, so she's going to be performing on there as well.
And if people aren't familiar, this is Moon Dancer Winery. It's in Wrightsville. It's right up on top of the hill overlooking the Susquehanna.
It's nice.
It's
It's a quick
gorgeous.
drive from Lancaster, like
Yeah,
15,
very
20
quick.
minutes.
Exactly,
Get off the
about
Wrightsville
20
exit,
minutes.
and it's very well. The signs are there. Every turn, it'll have it on there, and there's beautiful farms near Lomont Farms, actually, up in that
Yes,
area.
it is, right near that.
Yeah.
So it is Rock the Arts. Once again, it is on Saturday. It is May 13th. And the gates open at 3 o'clock.
Correct.
Till like
Till
10,
about 10
or,
to 11.
Yeah, 10 to 11.
Rain or shine,
Rain
and
or
we're
shine.
not
Dancers
pre-selling.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dancers welcome.
Dancers
Yeah.
welcome. And it does benefit.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America goes right. The money from the gate will go right to the actual cancer patients, and they're in Philadelphia. That's one of their main locations.
Thank you for all that you do, and we're looking forward to this.
Thank you, Diane.
Yes, and we hope to see you here. Thank you for joining us today on Behind the Lines. And here is the Fire Dancer. Check this out.